Oh god. Oh
You shell out $800, maybe even $1,200 on a fresh-out-the-box smart TV. But just 13 months later, the screen dies. And when you call the repair center, they say the one thing 90% of TV buyers aren't ready to hear: replace the screen, and the screen costs almost as much as buying a new TV. You didn't hear that wrong. In this video, I'm going to show you the factory trick that makes your TV screen die the minute the warranty runs out, the warranty trap that keeps you from getting what you're owed, and 3 safer TV picks so you don't waste hundreds of dollars for nothing. This is what the TV brands don't want you to know. About 15 to 20 years ago, TVs were built around a really simple idea: built to last and built to be fixed. Those early LCD TVs, they didn't look as sleek as today's models. They were thicker, heavier, but they had one thing a lot of smart TVs today just don't have anymore. They had room to breathe, real space for heat to dissipate. A bigger cabinet meant the components weren't crammed together. The backlight wasn't being cooked inside an ultra-thin shell. And when something went wrong, you could replace one part, not the entire TV. But then the TV industry jumped into a whole new race. Not a race for durability, a race for thinner, cheaper, smaller bezels. You've seen the ads. Ultra slim, bezel-less, paper-thin design. Sounds amazing, right? But here's what the brands don't tell you. Every time a TV gets 1 more millimeter thinner, the parts inside run a little hotter. And when parts run hotter, their lifespan drops, especially the backlight LEDs. Those are the lights that power the entire picture. And in a lot of cheaper TVs today, those LEDs get shoved into a design called edge lit, meaning the lights sit around the edges of the screen and the brightness has to spread across the whole display. Sounds smart, but in the real world, it creates hotspots. And across a lot of lab durability testing on TVs, ultra-thin edge-lit models tend to fail sooner than better-designed alternatives. But that's not even the biggest secret, because the thing that's really killing millions of TVs, right after the warranty ends, I'm breaking it down in the next part. It comes down to 2 technical details that are quietly destroying your TV from the inside. And trust me, you won't believe they were designed this way. Now we get to the part TV manufacturers really don't want you to understand. Because once you do, you'll start to notice something very uncomfortable. Many modern TVs are designed to be almost impossible to repair. See these thin ribbon cables? These are panel cables. Their job is to carry the image signal from the main board into the display. And here's the part most people can't believe. These cables aren't connected with normal plugs or connectors. They're permanently bonded directly to the panel. Manufacturers use a technology called COF, chip on film, or sometimes TAB bonding. In simple terms, the chip and the cable are pressed directly onto the glass of the display using an ultra-thin layer of conductive adhesive. It sounds like high-tech engineering, but it creates a massive problem. If that bond starts to peel or develops microscopic cracks, you'll start seeing the familiar symptoms: vertical lines, half the screen going dark, the display flickering. And when that happens, you can't unplug it and reconnect it. You can't replace the cable because the entire thing is permanently bonded to the screen. Repairing it requires specialized bonding machines that most repair shops simply don't have. The result? You replace the entire panel. Now let's talk about the second trick. And this is the one that causes a lot of TVs to die after just 1 or 2 years. LED backlights. Every LCD TV contains dozens, sometimes even hundreds of LEDs behind the screen. They illuminate the entire panel. But to make TVs ultra-thin, manufacturers switch to a design called edge-lit backlighting. The LEDs are placed along the edges of the screen instead of directly behind it. This makes the TV thinner. But it also creates 2 major problems. Problem number 1, heat. The brighter the LEDs run, the more heat they generate. And in an ultra-thin TV, that heat has almost nowhere to escape. According to many TV repair technicians, heat is the #1 reason backlight LEDs fail. When a single LED dies, you'll start to notice things like dark patches on the screen, uneven light, bleeding, or the TV constantly flickering. This isn't a conspiracy theory. Over the past few years, major brands like Samsung, LG, and Vizio have faced multiple class action lawsuits in the United States, precisely because of backlight LEDs failing shortly after the warranty expires. Now here's the second problem. Backlight LEDs are wired in series. When one LED fails, it can take down the entire strip. And when that happens, your entire screen can suddenly go completely dark. Now put those two things together. A TV with panel cables permanently bonded to the screen and backlight LEDs running hot like an oven. You starting to see the problem? TVs are getting thinner, but their lifespan is getting shorter. Now let's say our TV breaks after 13 months. The screen starts showing lines or half of it goes dark. So you do the first thing anyone would do. You call customer support. And then you hear this, "Sorry, your TV is out of warranty." You think, no problem, I'll just get it repaired. But this is where the real trap appears. Trap number one, the screen is the most expensive part. In a modern TV, the panel makes up most of the value. Many repair technicians say it bluntly, 60 to 70% of a TV's cost is the screen itself. So when the panel fails, repair centers often give you quotes like this: panel replacement, $650. Meanwhile, a brand new TV at the store, $699. See the game here? Repairing it isn't worth it, and that's exactly the point. Trap number two, extremely short warranties. Many TVs on the US market come with only a 1-year standard warranty. After that, you're on your own. And if you try to file a claim, manufacturers often have a whole list of reasons to deny it. Possible physical impact, possible humidity damage, possible power issues, possible improper wall mounting. You see the problem now? Still not convinced? Take a look at iFixit's repairability scores. Many modern smart TVs score near the bottom of the scale. Trap number three, a design that makes repair almost pointless. TVs today are ultra thin. That sounds premium, but when it comes to repairs, it's a nightmare. The panel is extremely fragile, just a tiny mistake during disassembly, and the screen cracks. And at that moment, your entire TV is basically gone. So most repair shops will tell you the truth right away. Just buy a new TV, it's cheaper. This is why every year, millions of TVs that still have perfectly working electronics end up being thrown away, all because of the screen. All right, after everything we've talked about, the most important question is, what should consumers actually do? How do you avoid falling into this $700 trap? The good news is, you don't need to buy the most expensive TV. You just need to avoid the risky designs. Here are 3 safer choices that can help you avoid losing another $700 after just 12 months. Hero number 1, avoid ultra-thin, edge-lit TVs. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this: the thinner a TV gets, the hotter it runs. And heat is the enemy of backlight LEDs. So be careful with cheap TVs advertised as ultra-thin, edge-lit TVs. They look great on the wall, but sometimes they don't last very long on that wall. Hero number 2, choose TVs with local dimming or mini LED. Some TVs use a backlight system spread across the entire back of the screen. This design is called full array local dimming or mini LED. What that means is the LEDs aren't crammed into the edges of the screen. Heat can dissipate much better, and the lifespan is usually more stable. Better engineering, less risk. Hero number 3, only buy TVs with a long panel warranty. This is extremely important. When you're buying a TV, don't just ask, what's the resolution? Ask this instead: how long is the panel warranty? Some brands are willing to warranty the panel for 3 years, even 5 years on premium models. And that tells you something important. They're confident in their screens. So before you buy a TV, do one simple thing. Google panel warranty plus the model name. If you can't find clear information, don't throw your money out the window. Remember, you're not just buying a TV to watch Netflix. You're buying a device that might live with you for 5 years, or after 13 months. And sometimes The difference comes down to what's inside the design. To sum it up, if you don't want to lose $700 for nothing, use this 10-second rule the next time you're in a store. Rule number 1, if the TV is extremely thin, start being skeptical. Ultra-thin TVs look beautiful, but remember this, heat dissipation isn't magic. If the chassis is as thin as a phone, the components inside have almost no room to breathe. And when components run hotter, their lifespan gets shorter. Rule number 2, if the brand isn't willing to offer a long panel warranty, don't believe the durability claims. Manufacturers can talk all day about AI picture processing, 8K resolution, cinematic color. But the most important question is still, how long is the panel warranty? If the answer is just 1 year, you should think twice. Extreme thinness equals higher risk. Short panel warranty equals warning sign. If you remember just these 2 things, you're already smarter than 90% of TV buyers in the store. And most importantly, you avoid a mistake that could cost you $600, $700, even $900 after just 12 months. The TV industry today is incredibly good at selling you flashy features. Thinner, better looking, smarter. But they rarely talk about the one thing that actually matters the most: lifespan. Because the truth is, a good TV isn't the thinnest one. A good TV is the one that's still working after 5 to 10 years. Don't buy a TV just because it's on sale, it's ultra thin, or the ads say it's smart. Buy a TV the same way you'd buy a long-term appliance. Because if you don't, you might be buying a TV that only lives 13 months. If this video helps you avoid losing a few $100s, hit subscribe. And in the next video, we'll reveal why 90% of modern washing machines are built with lower quality parts. It's a factory secret almost nobody talks about. Subscribe so you don't get fooled when buying tech.